My name is Domingue McCray. I am 30 years old. I have 2 children. My daughter's name is Lyric and my son's name is Nazir. I met Nazir's father in middle school, but we did not start dating until I was about 23. The beginning of that relationship, it was like I fell immediately in love with him. Once we got together, we were inseparable. Everything was good during my pregnancy, but then it was after the baby was born and I moved to Georgia was when I really noticed I was isolated from everything and everyone I knew. I always go back to the very first fight. It was something I said to him that he just did not like, and I just remember him choking me. After that, it's like he apologized and I felt, he is sincerely sorry, he does love me. But then it just got worse. It was more if I said something he did not like, he was quick to attack me. And he slowly manipulated my family into believing everything was my fault. He told my family he was gonna marry me, and because I wasn't doing this, I'm not marrying her anymore. And I remember that was the most depressing thing because I wanted to be a wife to him. I wanted to just be perfect, and it was like, you were perfect, but now you're not anymore. He hit me with his car, and I still have pictures of the bruises. Big bruise on my leg, bruises on my front, bruises on my back. I mean, you hit me with a car, and then tried to tell me it was my fault that you hit me from behind. My family was way in Arizona. I was in Georgia. I didn't have my own money. He was taking care of everything. I didn't have a vehicle. I really felt like I couldn't leave. It's like, you gotta make this work. The last fight was him dragging me into my daughter's room, punching me in my face, choking me, barricading me in the room, and then taking every phone in the house with him, leaving me there the whole day. Why would you do that in front of our kids? This is not good. I don't need my children to constantly see this because they're gonna think it's okay. It was just like a light bulb went on, like, well, what are you gonna do? Keep going through this because this is horrible. I knew I had to leave. I had an emergency phone in my purse, and I just remember calling PADV for advice, and it turned out to be the crisis line. And then she told me, she's like, if you still want to leave in the morning, show up here at this time. I just remember packing up that night and then going to the safe house.
When the women show up at our shelter, they are at their lowest point. Like, they have nowhere to turn. They think that there's nothing out there for them. You get this person who's just broken and in pieces, and you have to put them together.
When I walked into the doors at PADV, I remember I was thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna go live in a shelter. I didn't have a good vision of it at all. But when I walked into the safe house, it was such a nice environment. I remember them being so welcoming. It didn't feel like a shelter. It didn't feel like homelessness. It felt like you are home. I remember the first couple of weeks I was there, I was still in denial. Like, that's not what I was going through, up until hearing other women's stories and going through the counseling sessions. I had to really say, wow, I am a victim. This did happen, and it wasn't my fault. I blamed myself for so long. And so when I realized what I had been going through, I felt like myself again, like I had found myself again. The program put me in my home and set me up to where they would help with my rent, and then gradually I would pay my rent on my own. I recently renewed my own lease, paying my own rent, doing everything on my own. I've been able to maintain stable work, stable living for me and my children on my own. It made me feel like I could do anything I want to do in life, in the world. I could be a great mother. I could be someone's wife. I could be a great daughter. I could be a good friend.
Imagine coming from 2 suitcases in a shelter to your own apartment, on your own. I'm extremely proud of Dominique.
PADV is Partnership Against Domestic Violence. I've considered it my new family. If I could do it all over again, I would. It was the best decision I've probably made my whole entire life. PADV gave me so much, and I've gained so much, and I'm a new person because of PADV. What they've done for me, they are doing for others, and I hope they just continue and keep up the great work. I'm very grateful. My name is Dominique, and I'm a domestic violence survivor.